Loyalty is not something that might last forever, and politicians can stab each other because of political interest. This has been happening right from inception, so if it happens now, we are not expected to be surprised. But then, it is rare for any Nigerian to say that he or she is not aware that Bola Tinubu will be aspiring for presidency in 2023, even though he is yet to make any official statement regarding his ambition. But then the masses and the media are the ones preaching the gospel of his aspiration in the nooks and crannies of the country, most especially on the social media. However, one can be ascertained from the political games that Bola Tinubu had been playing recently. His moves are geared towards his take in 2023, and it is quite obvious that he has every necessary resources and machineries required of him to contest for Nigeria president in the upcoming election. But then, with the recent political loyalty between ELRUFAI of Kaduna State and AREGBESOLA of Osun State, one could inarguably say that the duo are planning some political moves, and it is yet to be ascertained whether it is to foster the aspiration of Bola Tinubu or at the detriment of his aspiration in 2023. But there are more certainties that the agenda is at the detriment of Bola Tinubu's presidential agenda in 2023. Meanwhile, with the recent clash between Bola Tinubu and AREGBESOLA, in which the duo denied and claimed that it was just a mere rumor, it is obviously calculative that such rumor cannot just be orchestrated without due reasons or a proud clash of interest, but for the fact that the situation is not healthy politically. Perhaps that was why the duo denied the claim. Then, by checking the closeness of ELRUFAI and AREGBESOLA in recent days, one can also say that the two might want to join political forces to be used against Bola Tinubu in regards to his political aspiration. It is known that Bola Tinubu has a very big stake in APC, and it might be hard for any APC member to combat with him in terms of political muscles. But this depends on the political level of the cabals, as it is not all political forces in APC that Bola Tinubu can overcome successfully. Then, with the present situation of things in APC today, one can say that ELRUFAI and AREGBESOLA's joint forces might keep Bola Tinubu's presidential agenda in 2023, because the duo are politicians who has a very big stake. They are well marketable and accepted in most regions in Nigeria, and if the two can unite their interests for presidency, as one will be tagged with Nigerian president and the other will be the vice president, just as the running mates, all in form of aspiration for the coming election, then there are possibilities that they would be successful in maneuvering their ways and then turn out to be the party's flag bearer due to their individual political structure and antecedents. Bola Tinubu needs to be smart in the upcoming presidential election in Nigeria, even though he happens to be the national leader of APC. But that is not enough assurance to make him to be ascertained for the presidential ticket, because we are presently in a democratic era and it can less input the act of godfatherism in this kind of dealings, because it involves a national issue. If it were to be any political issue in Lagos State, then one can say that he has the full control of the locality. Hence, it might be hard for him to conquer political storms that can be germinated for him in APC. However, his presidential ambition still lies under the feet of ELRUFAI and AREGBESOLA, because if the two tend to use their capacity, they will successfully frustrate the ambition of Bola Tinubu and they will be granted with victory at the tail end. Even though the duo are products of Bola Tinubu, but then that does not still mean that they cannot exhibit their political capacity or stab their mentor politically, as all politicians are known to be selfish. There are different cases where political loyalists turn back against each other, all because of political interest. And if at all you can recall 2011 gubernatorial struggle in Kwara State, you will agree with me that Bukola Saraki turned back against his own father by derailing from his father's interest for governorship, in which Bukola Saraki supported Ahmed Fatai as the state governor for that year. But his father flagged off Gbemisola Saraki, who happens to be a daughter and at the same time a sister to Bukola Saraki, as the state governor. But at the end, Bukola Saraki won his father in the political battle. In essence, this is just to tell you that there is no permanent enemy and permanent friend in the game of politics, as all politicians are expected to always disagree to agree. Bola Tinubu should be aware of the political wrath that ELRUFAI and AREGBESOLA can germinate for him. Hence, he should caution them as early as possible, or else damage control might not solve the problem when it arises. So guys, these people have started, and I think according to this writer, in my opinion, I don't think it might be totally correct, because when you talk about AREGBESOLA and ELRUFAI, how even I think he should go and do his assessment how people perceive what is it, this man ELRUFAI in the first place in Nigeria. I strongly doubt it. AREGBESOLA, what is his antecedent when he ruled Kwara, Osun, which state? There is Osun State, yes, Osun State, with all this back and forth policies here and there, modulated salary here and there. Because the issue is that Nigerians have been boxed into a particular way of thinking. You know, most of the people, like I always say, most of the people who know their right from their left, maybe if you belong to those people who know their right from their left, but the majority of the people who are always on the feed that do the voting, they don't know their right from their left. Once they just buy them all this Ankara, buy them kuli sugar, rice and all of that, that is at the end, they can afford to go on the streets, to go to the field, to go and vote. But the ones that know that know better, they don't come out. They don't usually come out to do the voting, and that is where the problem lies. So, but I think the awareness is coming out the more because of this issue of Hesme and this Southern Kaduna whatever is beginning. People are beginning to understand how these people, you know, what they really stand for. What they really stand for. Some people might tell you, oh, Muslim ticket, is it going to be possible? At the end of the day, what have they done? All of them have done nothing. As far as I'm concerned, as far as Nigeria is, as far as the situation of Nigeria is today, they have done nothing. Oh my goodness, they have done nothing. We are just rigmaroling. We are celebrating mediocrity. Somebody will tell you he's a professor of politics and all of that. They have done nothing as far as we are concerned. As far as other countries are concerned, they have done nothing. But unfortunately, the people who always buy to this their shenanigans, to this their lies, are the people like I told you that will be waiting for kuli, they will be waiting for all this 2,000 naira, 5,000 to share. Those are the people that will still go and vote. The earlier the people who know the right thing begin to campaign and begin to educate people on the reason why who they need to vote for, because it's this the same thing. See the rate at which they campaign for Buhari. Oh, Buhari is this, Buhari is that. But see what we are seeing now. Buhari cannot even talk. But let the election comes now, you will see Buhari all over the place. Even if he will fall in down, you will see him. He will move. That time he will talk. Even if they say that is his style, does not talk, you will see he will still say one or two things. But now he can't say anything. What he does not need anything from anybody. But those who are using him, to commit all manner of evils, they are so happy. They will continue to project him. They will continue to tell you, everything is okay, everything is this. Coming back to these people, whether, of course, politicians, they will tell you permanent interest is what is more paramount. Anybody can disappoint anybody, so it is no big deal. Let them continue pushing themselves. They will tell you that there's no rancor between AREGBESOLA and Tinubu, but at the end of the day, that is how it starts gradually. See Oshomole and Obaseki today. You see how they have landed. At the end of the day, what I always believe is, in as much we still have the kind of situation in Nigeria, all of them from A to Z, they've done nothing. They have not done anything, no, because we are still the same problem we've been talking about from time immemorial. It's still there. Those problems are still staring at us day in, day out. Anybody can do a kind of permutations, but it's good to look at all of these things, because you cannot say, oh, it might not be so, because these people, they will be planning their own. Why masses also, they need to be aware of what is happening. Someone said ELRUFAI and Oshibajo will be better. ELRUFAI and AREGBESOLA Muslim tickets for Nigeria in the 21st century wouldn't fly. Politicians in kindergarten didn't understand that what happened between Senator Bukola Saraki and his father, late Dr. Olusola Saraki in Kwara policies then was a last-minute final family strategic political package to hand over Kwarans to Bukola by his father for continuity. That was why that was how politics of first and second republics were being played. Another says, with a Muslim ticket, where did you get your projections? Okay, that joint forces is dead on arrival. 2023 is the turn of Christian presidents, and so shall it be. El-Rufai has never at any time been a political foot or boy of Tinubu. If you say AREGBESOLA, yes, but not El-Rufai. Yes, AREGBESOLA can never be Nigeria president. From where to where? I don't understand. Two of them, they wanted disturb Asiwaju. They no go, go better. I don't know why this one is abusing them. Who is AREGBESOLA? Somebody that cannot deliver his local government in the last governorship election. El-Rufai with his antichrist, no way. So guys, let us hear your opinion. What do you think? Leave your comment below and let's have your talk.